How's it going, everybody? This is Dr. John Clayton, your Layton Chiropractor here in Utah. We're at Supra Chiropractic, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the purpose of the right belt. Let's go over it real quick. So a lot of belts, you'll notice that they have holes in them, or at least the old ones did. They have holes all along through here, and the good thing with that is that they're really secure. Once you put the little knuckle, I guess, into the hole, you're good to go. The only issue is that the spacing between each of those holes tends to be quite large. And so if you want to, let's say, eat a big meal, loosen your belt out a little bit, you have to go quite a bit further. So then the pants are super baggy. And so then the opposite of that is if you have to lose, a bunch of inches, or at least, a good amount to be able to fit the size smaller for that next hole. And so I wanted to kind of show you guys with my patients when they're having chronic back issues, is that it could be related to the belt that they're using, or at least it could be contributing to the problem they're having and preventing them from getting better. So let's talk about it first. Is with your spine, we have the bottom part here, and it meets into the pelvis area. So we have our pelvis here, and so what happens is the hips can move forward and backwards. All right. So typically what I found is if you have that belt on, it's going to compress the hips in like this. Sorry, that's a little wiggly. So it's going to compress the hips in like this and hold them in place. So that prevents them from doing is moving the proper way. So when you are walking, when you're sitting, the hips have to move accordingly to that. So the tighter the belt is, it's going to compress and then allow very little movement to go through the spine right there. So another thing that we can kind of throw into the video as well is if you have a wallet that's, let's say, like that thick, and you have it sitting there against your back pocket, a lot of times it's pretty low, so it'll actually make this hip go further back on that same side. If the wallet's a little higher, it'll make the hip go forward, but typically what I've seen is that the hip will actually be more rocked backwards on that side, and so that hip will always just be stuck in that place. So then we got to adjust it. So by even just removing your thick wallet or changing to a thinner wallet, something like this, to that back pocket, it'll help. But typically what I recommend is just have patients use that wallet that's really thin, put it in the front pocket with the keys, whatever. Super easy. All right. So a good fix for the belt situation is there's these awesome belts out nowadays that typically use what's called a rail across it instead. And so the good thing is there's no holes anywhere on the belt. So what you'll do is you'll have your buckle here, there's a release right here, you'll insert the belt, and then you can tighten it down to anywhere on those rails. And so the increments are much smaller than what you'd find on your regular belt with holes on it. And so let's say you want to increase it by a couple centimeters, couple millimeters, even a couple inches. You can do that easily by just releasing or pressing in for more or less length on the belt, or to basically increase or decrease the circumference if you want to use the standard terms for it. So those are some of the things that will help you if you're suffering from chronic low back pain that never goes away, because it could be contributed to the belt that you're wearing. And so just some little insights, some tips from a chiropractor who's seen it and deals with it on a daily basis. And so if you have any questions about things that might be contributing to your pain, be sure to leave it in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And then again, I'm Dr. John Clayton, your Layton Chiropractor here in Utah. Thanks.